As the jackass I am, I was testing or theory crafting new ideas for Red Dragon Archfiend. And there was one card that I could never really get to work. Supernova Dragon. Red Supernova Dragon. My main criticism towards this card always has been, and it doesn't really change this build, at least I can at least use this qualities hero ever, is that it kind of leaves you empty. You know? You're going all in with Red Dragon Archfiend into this card. You cannot go into Chaos Ruler as you simply don't have the means to do it. So you're going from Red Rising straight into Supernova. And you usually get a Creation Resonator back into your hand due to single Resonators you can't use. What if you found great outlets for those cards? I bring you to my level 4 packages. The Condemned Witch with Droplet, or Aluber with Branded in Red. Yes, for fusion summoning in this deck. What? It's all due to this new card, Guardian Chimera. It cleans your hand, it's a Trident, it does a lot of things for this deck. Also, I'm running Escape from the Dark Dimension, although it might seem gimmicky. It can retrieve your Supernova rank through a banish pile, and then be used multiple times in the same turn. People will not expect that, you know? They don't expect your face down to be an Escape from the Dark Dimension. Because who plays that card, am I right? So that's an additional way you can play around Red Supernova, just literally bring it back from the banish pile. I think it's worthwhile. We run through the Red Rain in this build specifically as well, since that complements the Red Supernova, but yeah, let's just talk through the things. So why do I run Allure the Jester of Despia? Originally, for some reason, I was looking for Darks. I wanted to run Allure, actually. But I figured, wait, even in general, this is just a very good card to normal summon. So the thing is, this card will fetch you Branded in Red. What does this card do? It enables us the Fusion Summon, which once again might sound confusing. Red Rising Dragon locks to Synchros, sure. Same goes for Crimson Resonator. In her own turn, this is a quick play fusion spell that retrieves your Despia from your grave. Gives you one of your fusion materials. Now there's two easy options. We can go into this with the Crimson Resonator's material, and then they must pay 600 life points to activate a card or effect, which it can be annoying to deal with, especially when they're also in the Supernova. Actually, that might just be very hard to out for some people, because that's very stressful. You only have a few effects, otherwise you lose, but if you don't hurry up, well, you can't out Supernova. It's a sticky situation for some. Plus, it's not actually a negate, but it seems like one, and it's the easiest one we can make. Now, this is the other interesting option that I like to go into. It's a Trident and more. So I'll explain how this card works, since you probably don't know it. So it requires 3 monsters with different names. Now, this ain't hard. When single Resonator is used to summon Supernova, you can add Resonator from your grave back to your hand. Creation Resonator, which you can then easily special summon since you do control Supernova. So condition to use at least one card from the field is fulfilled, and then it becomes a Trident. Then we need to use at least 2 monsters from our hand, so we do need an additional card on top of the Despia card. If this card is fusion summoned by a spell effect, which it is, we are using Branded in Red, which counts as a fusion spell, we can draw cards equal to the number of cards used materials from the hand. So this means that this card basically replaces itself into a delayed draw. And if you have an additional monster in your hand, which you do need, you need an additional monster in your hand, you can banish that monster as well, and any additional ones you don't need in the matchup, for example, to draw additional cards. And if you do, destroy cards your opponent controls equal to the number of cards used as material from the field. It will be 1, but it's a non-targeting Trident. It's pretty good. The last effect doesn't apply, so we don't use Polymerization, we use Branded in Red. But it's a pretty nice card. It's a Trident that also refreshes your hand. The worst case scenario, it's discard one other card, or I'll banish it, draw 2. It's basically, I like to call a delayed Angel Baton, which was a speed spell from 5Ds, it's the closest thing to this effect. Draw 2, discard 1, basically. Except we do need to banish, but still, that's like a Allure kind of deal, and I think that's pretty good in the opponent's turn. So we do run Skullmeister, Ash, Veiler. But you know, Ash is hard once per turn. You might not even want to discard certain matchups. You don't need additional normal summon for the next turn usually, because Supernova will be returning. So yeah, there's a lot you can do with that effect. Anyways, you run the Skullmeisters, they're discard for Resonator. Wait, it's not, but it's searchable with Resonator command, I should say. Theoretically, that's another thing you can do with this. It's searchable with it, so it's a level 4 Archfiend. And it's a hand trap, which is nice for this deck. This will search your droplets, which I think is pretty nice. Having this in a searchable way, because remember, we can just discard the Creation Resonator. We get it for free. So it's not like you need to save actual cards in your hands to use this. As a trap. It's a quick play, it's droplet, so you're used to using this card to go second, but we can use it as an actual interrupt, as a trap. Very, very nice stuff. Yeah, what am I forgetting? Yeah, so we run the hand traps, of course. We only need 1 Creation Resonator, 1 Synchron Resonator, 3 Crimson. It's a very small package. We have the Pot of Prosperity. We barely use our extra deck, so we can actually afford to run this in Red Dragon Archfiend for once. It's more of a control deck that uses Red Dragon Archfiend. 3 Call, 3 Resonator Command. Actually, now that I think about it, this is pretty terrible. Not gonna lie. We should replace this with something. Now that I think about it. Because I forgot you need to discard specifically Resonator. I thought it was discard level 4 lower Fiend, but that would be too good. So you can replace these with anything. Let's just say Imperms. Yeah, that's not totally unrealistic. Actually, Imperms are better. Wow, adjusting deck builds mid-video. Yeah. I mean, these deck builds will be a bit more experimental, so this kind of stuff will happen. It requires you to control no cards if you want to use this hand trap. Which isn't impossible due to, you know, that Supernova Dragon being a thing. But yeah, this will help you dig for your starters. It's a very nice card in this deck. It also makes this happening way more reliable. So yeah, the droplets talked about this. Theoretically, you could cut 2-1. You only really need to search 1 with Condemned Witch. But I like it because it helps you going second. This deck can now actually go second some of the time. Especially if you take out something like Escape or Dr. Luna Mosh can even go second with Maurice. Yeah, this is a target. Triple Red Rain, insanely good card in this specific variant. Triple Imperm escapes, and well, the extra deck's mostly just things we can theoretically synchro that we never go into. Well, I mean, we go into one Red Rising and then immediately into Red Supernova. The rest we don't really use. And I have like 2 replays showing some stuff with this deck. So first off, this is like the all Luber play. So yeah. Also, there is an opponent, it's just a testing hand stuff. I will not be using any real effects as interruptions. This is more of a display of what the deck can theoretically do. Because these are very theoretical builds. Anyways, there's the Supernova, retrieve that. Summon it, set some stuff. Opponent tries to do something. Boom, we drop the Branded. This is what they talked about. Refresh the hand, pop a card. Okay, he tries to go for his own, we use Supernova, and we return it to the field immediately with Escape. So if he tries to use another monster effect, he can immediately banish his field again. Quite some interrupts, still at the Red Rain phase down, which could just take care of stuff. Although it does also get rid of our own Chimera, which is a bit of a shame, but hey, it's used its effects, it's a beat stick anyway. And for the next turn we have these, so if Supernova hasn't done the field, and this one is gone, we can special Crimson, normal summon this, go into what's it called again? Level 6. Red Rising and still make some plays. So let's look at this replay. This time around we don't have... Yeah, this is like the other hand. Which isn't as great. It's the other starter. It's the Witch, the Condemned Witch. As you can see here, we dig deep, but we only get that as a great target here, so it's fine. Still have a lot of interrupts here. Even if we don't go full combo here, we will have interrupts still. Like, the opponent isn't using any actual hand traps here, but if they would, then, you know, we still have some interrupts. So here's the Supernova. We retrieve it. So yeah, count interruptions. We have 1 from Supernova. We have a Red Rain. That's 2. We have Droplet that can be used with the Crimson. That's 3. 4, 5 interrupts, basically. That's a lot. And we're planning to grind. We're gonna take it slow. Supernova isn't that card that finishes the duel in 1 turn. You just slowly outgrind them as you banish their entire field. So that's a pretty cool build, I would say so myself at least. It's different from my usual Red Dragon Archfiends, Shenanigans. It's different from my average build. I got teased by Konami into thinking we might get Resonator support, so I figured, hey, might as well. It's not the best or most competitive Red Dragon Archfiend build, it's just more of an interesting theory / take on the deck. Hope you all liked the video, see you in the next one. Shinigami signing out, have a beautiful day. Goodbye.